Hello, makers. My name is Jen, and I'm head of marketing for Making. And we are here at Barcelona Knits. It is wild for me to say that we've traveled all the way to Barcelona, but we're here. And we are doing some vendor interviews and talking to some of the teachers and other people who are involved in this festival.
Yeah.
And I have a very amazing person here with me that you all need to know. So would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Laura. Everyone knows me as Laura Algarra with my surname because my Instagram account and all these adventures started kind of like spontaneous from my personal profile. It became like a public thing. So I'm a crochet designer. I specialize in teaching about construction and garment making. But in crochet, everyone sees crochet like a blanket or like a granny squares.
I mean,
like,
what you're wearing.
yeah, kind of like this. So just to tell the world that crochet can be wearable.
Yes.
And that can be also on the level as knitting.
Of course.
So I do teaching online. I do teach in this festival 2 classes about garment design and about perfecting your jackets and your crochet cardigans to make them nicer. I have a course in domestic art, so there's a design course over there where you can initiate all about design. You know, all things crochet. I love crochet, so
yes,
all things crochet. And I also do, which is kind of like different completely, but I do little accessories for knitting and crochet, like you call it notions, yeah? So I have my own workshop underneath my house. I do the wooden notions for crochet, for knitting.
So you're also a woodworker?
Yes, I am. Yeah. I've learned during the pandemic. I was doing teaching, but in shops, so everything stopped. And my boyfriend, he has many different gigs, but one of them, he has a woodworking job. So he taught me, and then we set up a little workshop, and we do that. So I also have a stand here as a vendor with my little things, and online, so I'm busy.
Yeah, you've got a lot going on.
I just had twins as well. So
I saw that. So as I'm hearing you explain all of these things that you're doing, I also know that you have twins. That's wow.
I know. They're 1 year old now, so it's getting easier.
So where did your maker journey begin? Like, was it crochet first when you were young? How did you learn?
So I was living in London because in my previous life I was a teacher. So I studied in London and I started working there. I lived there for many years. And as a hobby, I picked up knitting. But it was quite stressful for me. I don't know why. It was stressing me out. So I didn't get the hang of it. And a friend of mine said, well, I do crochet. Why don't you try that? And I found it much more relaxing. So I started doing crochet. And as I said, I started sharing pictures on my Instagram. And I found a lovely community. And I started making friends. And then from that, I don't know how, but brands started to contact me if I wanted to collaborate. And, it just snowballed.
Snowballed from there.
Yeah.
So did you learn woodworking in the pandemic?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
So predominantly crochet and woodworking right now?
Yes, that's what I do.
Okay. And design?
And design, yes.
And a mother, and yes.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah. Very,
and
very busy.
I also have a little podcast. It's not like yours because I stopped during the pregnancy.
Are you going to bring it back?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of
work. Editing and creating all the designs and promoting.
And time-consuming because you have to prepare the interviews. You have to get ready for what you're going to talk about. And it's a lot of time behind the mics and then on the mic and then after. It's a lot.
Yeah, lots of research.
And I didn't do video. I think you do video.
I do. Well, our podcast, Making Conversation, it started out as a podcast called Woolful. And so our CEO, Ashley, started the podcast.
Of course.
Almost 15 years ago.
Wow.
And she did it on and off for a while, but really was able to connect with a lot of the, especially knitting community around the world, really, and did a lot of interviews through that. And then it came a time where she just felt like it was, her time was kind of done and asked if I wanted to do it. I had never been a podcaster before, but I'm the kind of person that if somebody's like, can you do this? I'm like, not now, but I will.
Yeah, I always, whenever someone asks me, can you do? Yes.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Even if I don't know it, I do.
It's a superpower.
Of course.
Yeah, it is. I started with just audio. And then we realized how many makers are really truly on YouTube. And I was like, okay, I guess I have to learn video editing.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah, it's good when it's audio because you can be on your pajamas. And that's it. But then when there's a video, you can make a lot of effort.
This is true. I mean, I just woke up like this, but it's fine.
Of course.
Yes, both of us did. Our app is global and multicraftual. So if you open it up, you'll see anything from knitting to crochet to baking to woodworking to glass art, all of that. And obviously we love both knitting and crochet, but some of our friends, especially in the US that are crochet designers, have been talking more and more about how crochet should be appreciated on the same level as knitting, and how it's sad that more yarn shops and festivals aren't including it as much, especially in the States.
Yeah.
So as a crochet designer, how do you think we as a community who does embrace crochet, how do you think that we can kind of break that barrier down? I feel like everywhere outside of the US, crochet is so huge.
I wouldn't say that crochet is so huge. We encounter the same problem here in Europe because, my opinion, crochet designers at the beginning, maybe because it's more relaxed, kind of like it flows in a different way.
Yeah.
When we were doing patterns, we weren't being careful. So, for example, sizing or taking more care of explaining about construction. So all these things, I think, first, us as a designers, we have to start taking it seriously and saying, okay, we have to do patterns that are complete, that are inclusive for everyone. And I think that's the key for making crochet, especially for garments, because sometimes accessories or amigurumi, it's more fun. You don't have to be so into
precise.
Yeah. And I think that's the key. Designers making more effort, learning more. And for example, I learn a lot from knitting because I do it sometimes. It stresses me out a lot.
I was going to ask, does it still stress you?
Yeah, a lot. But I read the patterns and I see the hair and I see the small standards. And maybe that's what we have to do, bring a standard for everyone in the crochet community, saying, as someone that buys a pattern, reach the designer and say, listen, I love your pattern, but I found this and this and this to make it better. And that way we're going to reach those standards that's going to make crochet at the same level. I think maybe it's an unpopular opinion, but I think still we have to learn a lot as a crochet community to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I explained myself.
No, you did. And I think that the more people talk about it, about, just bringing crochet to more of the forefront, I think the more that you'll see it in yarn shops.
Yeah.
And if any yarn shop owners are watching, have crochet swatches, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there are things that have been done lately. For example, I don't know if you know Murit magazine.
Yes.
That's absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, it's a magazine for crochet.
Beautiful.
But it's beautiful, it's modern, and that's how it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Or at least it's my opinion.
I agree. I mean,
they did exactly what I'm telling you. They took great designers and they did great patterns, complete, inclusive. It has everything with lovely yarn, which is perfect because crochet uses more yarn than
Yeah.
knitting.
I know. That's another thing. Come
It's
on.
like-
If you're
yeah.
trying to sell yarn,
Yeah.
be inclusive with crochet. And Tunisian crochet uses even more yarn.
Even more. Yeah. And that's the thing. When you're gonna buy, like you go to a festival, sometimes crocheters they just run away of expensive yarn because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, but if you use that kind of yarn with that quality, the garments are gonna be lovely and everything is gonna be even nicer.
Yeah. And you'll have it for
So-
the rest of your life.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's something that also we have to teach now, how to understand yarn, what you're buying, why you are buying it. It's something that I'm always telling my community, like, don't go and buy crazy because it's cheap, or don't go and buy crazy because it's expensive. Understand what you're buying, because we are supposed to make for the long run, right?
Ah.
Not
Yeah.
just
yes.
making for making.
Right. Right.
It has to be meaningful, and this is one of my
Yeah.
philosophy. But yeah,
100%. I mean, that's why we're all here, right?
yeah,
Nothing is fast.
No, no.
Especially, I mean, I do feel like crochet is faster
faster.
than knitting.
Yeah,
I just learned to crochet a couple of years ago, so I'm hoping to pick it up and do more. But
Yeah.
it's wonderful.
It's nice. I think it's rewarding because it's fast. You finish quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you make a mistake, it's really
So
easy
much
to
easier.
frog. Yeah, you don't cry like with knitting. Yeah.
I know. Unless you have Amy from La Bien Amy with you, she'll help you frog
Yeah.
it. Yeah, she helped me. I had to tink back, and she helped me yesterday.
Nice,
that was
nice
fun.
to know.
and I'm knitting with her yarn too, so it was very
That was
like
lovely.
full
Yeah.
circle. Yeah. Okay, so have you made your first purchase at the festival yet?
No, yes.
Okay.
No.
Who was your first purchase?
You know, I love a brand that is here from Spain, Wool Dreamers.
Oh, we love
know
Wool
that?
Dreamers. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna go to their stand and have a look.
Wonderful.
Buy
I know.
something.
I need to go meet them. We did this at a festival called Flock in
Yeah.
Seattle.
Yeah.
And we interviewed Wool Dreamers US person. And so I need to go say hi to them now.
Yeah. Of course, they're really nice people, and their project it has grown so much in the last year.
Yeah.
They do amazing work, and you know, it's not because I'm from Spain, but it's because I'm from Spain. I like
yeah.
to support them.
Of course.
And the yarn is lovely.
Awesome. Love it. If you could craft anywhere, we'll say crochet because that's your favorite. If you could crochet anywhere in the world and you could bring one person, so that's anyone, famous, family, friends,
Oh, famous as well.
where would you go and who would you go with?
Wow. Wow. I wasn't ready for this. Where
I
would
know.
go?
So we're asking all the hard questions.
No, I like it. You know, I will go, I don't know exactly the place, but I will go somewhere where there's no internet.
Oh.
Yeah, on a sofa. No internet on a sofa. Who would I go with? I think, I don't know. I like the famous person
Yeah.
thing.
And if they don't know how to crochet, you could teach them. So it's really anybody, right?
Yeah. Could I say Stephen Carell from The Office?
Yes.
Yes, I would love to go with him. I love The Office.
That's so
So, yeah.
fun.
I would love. I don't think he crochets, but I
you would
think it's
teach
fun.
him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Did you hear? If you're watching, we have an offer
Yeah.
to learn how to crochet here. So get on that. Yeah.
Definitely.
And we'll put the contact information is down below, so you know how to get a hold of her. Okay. I love that. So is that what your typical setup is at home on the couch?
Sofa, Netflix. Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And if I can, phone away because I get distracted.
What kind of show you love The Office, but what kind of show are you watching?
At the moment, I started watching again Friends.
Oh
Yeah. I love Drag Race.
I was just gonna say I just started rewatching all of Drag Race.
I love it.
Okay, so now you have to come visit Seattle.
Of course.
Because Val comes over, she lives a couple blocks from me, and she comes over and we sit and knit and watch TV.
I have to go then.
I know. So what's next for you? Do you have anything like big announcements or?
I sell notions for knitting and crochet, and I do designs. I've never went into the yarn world, like selling yarn. So maybe I want to start like a more kind of like curated stuff, bring in Spain things that are not available at the moment
Yeah.
with my designs. So it's kind of like the project for 2024. Kind of like maybe finding brands that want to, start a little collaboration, stuff like that.
We're manifesting now, actually. This is going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're manifesting.
Perfect.
It's happening. Thank you so much. We are going to put all of your contact information in
Thank you.
down below. Is there anything else that you would like to share with everybody?
No, I just want to say thank you. It was lovely to meet you.
I know.
Enjoy the festival.
Oh,
Barcelona.
yes, definitely. Great.